It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Panthers and the Packers.
And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
First opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums in the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico. Grab Goods up here in the booth. Should make it back in here, Greg. Playoff teams from years ago that are hoping to take that ultimate step and get to the Super Bowl this season.
And oftentimes that's the most difficult step, right? You go from being a perennial playoff contender. That's great. But now, how many of these teams can now say, okay, not only are we in the playoffs year in and year out, but we are a legitimate Super Bowl contender in any given season? That
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The Green Bay offense set to go to work for the first time. They are led by their quarterback, the future Hall of Famer Aaron Rodgers.
we both could get the sense from talking to him this week leading up to today's game, Mike, just the amount of pressure he felt that was on his shoulders. And frankly, in the entire locker room, they need to get their first win. When you study NFL history, starting a season 0-3, not many teams have ever made the playoffs in the Super Bowl era, only 6. So if they want to get a chance to find themselves in the playoff hunt, if they just want to get their season on track, a win today is going to go a long way.
Good for a Green Bay first down. The shotgun, it's A-Rod. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2.
At the Panthers' 48-yard line.
Rodgers now. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll try to run for it. A great job with another run to go. He gets 17 yards on that run and a first down.
Good for a Green Bay Packer. 1st and 10 at the 43.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw is Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. On 3rd down, Rodgers. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? And they'll try it now with Jacobs. And he's going to have a Packers first down. He gets more than he needs. 4 yards picked up on 4th and 2.
That's another Green Bay Packer.
Rodgers to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line. You got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Panthers now ready to get to work on offense for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Now, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with. And these are body blows on any defense. This quarterback has the ability to make guys miss and do a lot of damage in the run game. And that's a nice pickup there.
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll drop the throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Great work there, making things difficult. Defensively, it'll set up a 4th down. Hunting time for the Panthers, set to kick this one away. And that one had too much behind it. Into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 28-yard line.
We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Now Rodgers. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
The master of play action, Rodgers. That's to Reed. He's got it. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Play fake. It's Rodgers. That complete to Jacobs. And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 5-yard line.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run with Jacobs. And he's so close to breaking the play, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now 4th down. Now it is 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass.
He slides it in there, and he is in. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. His 1st touchdown of the new campaign.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back. Even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan, everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. From the 6, here comes a return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that one is intercepted. Jair Alexander picks it up. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 24-yard line.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
A 1st down throw from Rodgers. A throw on the move is caught. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So after 1, it's the Packers on top. And we're back at Lambeau Field in just a moment. From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Rodgers. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Panthers will have great field position as they take over at their own 45.
There's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. 2nd and a yard. Back to throw. That's taken it. It's Xavier Legette. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a 1st down. Now they'll set up to throw. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. The pass intended for Xavier Leggett. And that will lead to a second down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete.
Nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on third down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
First and 10. Back to the air one more time. Now he takes off.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Now, faking the give. And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's not.
To the end zone. It's intercepted.
So much of that comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They lead it here in the second quarter, 7-0. As they begin with a first and 10. Play action now with Rodgers. This one is caught by Reed. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Mike, what we're seeing play out across the NFL is that if offensively it requires you to go the length of the field in a long, methodical drive, your chances of coming away with points continue to go down the more you snap the ball. You have to be able to generate shot plays, pick up big, explosive chunks, because when you do, your ability to score points typically tends to follow.
He'll take a shot for Watson. He's got it! And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line.
Defensively, it puts so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chunk play.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's first and goal. Throwing, Rodgers. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level...
He's in! Josh Jacobs! Touchdown, Packers! The second touchdown of the afternoon. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get across the 20, knock him down to 23-yard line. The Panthers offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with first and 10. In trouble, and He'll be brought down. Short return. And no takeover there. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense head back onto the field. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter. Looking to run away with this one before halftime. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
The shotgun, it's A-Rod. And we'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
First down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Out quickly, and it's Adams. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On play action, Rodgers. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And we'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. As you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
He'll drop this one down to the fullback. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming.
At the 10-yard line.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's going to gain a 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
Third down.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. So instead of going for the 1st down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. His kick is perfect. And the Packers stake themselves to a 17-0 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The Panthers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum. Now, a loose football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who handles the ball from the center to the quarterback to any of the ball carriers, the most important aspect of team offense is protecting the ball at all costs.
He'll drop to throw. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. When to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one. He's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Packers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. It's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3.
At the 27-yard line.
From the gun, Rodgers. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
These two moving to change themselves. A gain of 14 and a first down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll try again. It's second and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. Throw over the middle. Brought in by Adams. And he will have a first down. And they're in the field goal range now at the 30.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the second quarter.
Rodgers going up top again. Taken in. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's first and 10. To the air once more, it's Rodgers. Quick throw here is complete. And the Packers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Packers going to use their final timeout now.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Halftime is looming, but a chance to build on that already sizable lead right here. First and goal. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Halftime now at Lambeau, and the Packers are on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. The Bucs trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head up to MetLife Stadium to check on the Jets. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Quarterback Justin Fields with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Calvin Austin, a touchdown reception. We just watched a solid first half from the 2022 rushing champ, Josh Jacobs. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Panthers.
To the air net on 1st and 10. Open man downfield is Liget. And he will go all the way. Xavier Liget. Touchdown, Carolina. Now Amy Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Panthers are back in this one. It's 17-7.
Panthers 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kicks away. A safe kick taken at the 5. The Packers offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. The master of play action, Rodgers. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, but he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
He'll get this close to the first down marker, taken down just shy at the 38. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he will have a Packers first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw. It's Rodgers. To the left side, and Adams has it. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Rodgers on first down. Right back to Adams. He's got it again.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
I like the mindset of this offensive coordinator. He's saying, listen, I'm not looking to preserve this lead. I'm looking to extend my lead. Now, that aggressive play calling in this case led to the turnover. Now your defense has to take the field. Can they bail you out and keep this lead unchanged prior to their next possession?
The visitors' offense and Xavier Liget. To the field. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll begin here on the ground. And he'll work his way forward to about the 21. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. And not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Back to throw. He's got his man. That's weekend. Remember, he had the touchdown catch from last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
First down, Carolina.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Open man downfield is Smith. He's still on his feet. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Fairbairn to add the extra point. The kick is good. Panthers are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14.
Panthers 14.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Packers offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
In the shotgun, it's A-Rod. The open man is Reed. He's got it. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Now give to Jacobs. He'll run right, and he's not going to get there. If he's looking for a cutback lane, but that certainly didn't develop. And now it's 4th down.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking 1st down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
Returnable from the 17. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to beat him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. That one taken in right side by Lee Gett. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And 3rd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Quick slant into the hands of Smith. That keeps him ahead of schedule. It's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. They'll look to throw again. That's over the middle and caught by Smith.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and There's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to...
He is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Panthers move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. The return shows from the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big, explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball to the hands of his running back, allowing him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
His 8th reception of the game. And good for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. The throw on the run is complete. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. So we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Rodgers. A lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Rodgers going up top again. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
To the air once more, it's Rodgers. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. What a time for a pick 6 for the defense. As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the pick 6.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick 6 them, and you're able to extend that lead.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. He gets it to go. Panthers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
17.
team's ready to go once more as the kick's away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The home team's offense ready for this next possession. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And they'll be set up now. Has the footing with that one.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's 2nd and 2.
At the Panthers' 49-yard line.
From the gun, Rodgers. And they'll take this down inside 35.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Play action now with Rodgers. There's that man again. Another catch. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now. And a 1st down to boot.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Rodgers to throw. This one caught. Just missed the pass. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really...
That's caught. So they get the 2-point conversion. All of a sudden, that 11-point deficit down to just a field goal here in the 4th. Into the lead, now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Play action, he'll set up to throw. That's to the right side, and caught by Olsen.
Breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers. Everything is about the time. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
And this will be a Panthers 1st down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
Edgerrin Cooper on the stop. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Carolina.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
At the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw here on 2nd and 10. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Big time opportune sack there by the defense, but they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a first down.
Here you are at the end of the game. You need a stop. You find yourself trailing. You have everybody covered, and the quarterback gets loose. Those are the plays that just kill a defensive coordinator. You're about to force a punt, about to get the ball back to your offense. Give credit to the quarterback. He made a play when they needed it.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. Here's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Motion the slot man left. Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped. No game.
This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Packers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
With how fast they were all over that play, you almost wonder, Mike, was there a pre-snap tell? Did they know that play was coming? Because I'll tell you, that defense was on it from the start.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The Panthers' offense ready to take over once more. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to... Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Harrington Valentine.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. They had a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. Rodgers now. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson.
Number 9, Christian Watson. Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The master of play action, Rodgers. He's going to run it.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
And he's just throwing ducks up there. Another ball intercepted. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their second pick six of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's one pick six, but to get two pick sixes in the same game, this defense is on fire.
And now, after the pick six, out comes the offense to try to really rub this in. 2-point conversion. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
You just have to find a way defensively to step up there and get a stop. It's one thing to give up 6. You allow a touchdown, but now dig deep, man. Get a stop. Looked like there was some confusion, and offense is going to come away with 8.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. This one is caught by Reed. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
It's a gain of 16
Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. Again, it's Rodgers. Open is Kraft. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. 2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's now 2nd and
Rodgers.
6 at the 27-yard line.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That is brought in at the 10. And they're going to be set up now as he's brought down at the 5-yard line. Here's Rodgers. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. To throw is Rodgers. He'll get a couple, mark him down at the 3. It is 3rd and goal.
2-yard pickup brings